Hey, Tom, how many houses does a buyer need to see before they should make an offer?
It really depends, Joanne. But welcome to another edition of Coffee with Tom and Joanne. I'm Tom Matthews.
And I'm Joanne Taranto. We get this question all the time, especially from first-time buyers or people who haven't bought or sold real estate in the recent past. They say, "Gosh, like how many houses do you think I need to see before I'm ready to make an offer?" So, what's the short answer?
The short answer is it really depends. But one of the things that we can do to help you shorten that time frame is to go through a wants and needs list. Make
Yes.
sure that you're writing down what exactly do you need in a home? What do you want? Now, if you've never owned a property, it may take a little bit more time to get synergy and kind of conclusion of what you want and need. If you've owned a property, like Joanne and I recently set a buyer up on Real Scout. He's like, you know, in our interview, I forgot to tell you that I don't like branches. And I was like, great, we'll modify that. But he's bought a home before, so he's a little bit more dialed in.
Hmm.
So that will help kind of narrow down the search. But Joanne, if someone's a first-time home buyer, never purchased a property, how many homes do we typically like them to see before making an offer?
To see them see about at least 6 to 10 houses at a very minimum. And this includes breezing through open houses on your own time. It's good to get out there and just get a feel for the market and where your dollar will go within each community. And I think that there's value in maybe seeing some homes that aren't a perfect fit, that maybe Tom and I have a different vision for them. I can't tell you how many times I've taken a buyer to see a house that they're like, I'm really not interested in this one. And I say, just humor me and come and take a look. And then they end up buying it because they can see what I see.
Right.
But it really, I mean, the short answer is all you need to see is one in order to make an offer, right? But you need to be really focused and dialed in on what it is you want and the location that you want to be in, and then be patient and wait for that right house to come.
Right. And the value of seeing homes with Joanne and I is we'll walk you through, we'll show you, we'll talk about furnaces, whether they're functionally obsolescence, problems in the house, really educate you on siding, roofing, windows, figuring out, as Joanne said, when you start looking in a town, if you're looking at multiple towns, your budget is going to be different on what the house will look like at each price point in Massachusetts. Because in Massachusetts, we don't have regional school districts.
Right.
Each town or one or two towns has their own school, and that has a different driving factor for value of what a house is worth. And so we really want to educate buyers, because ultimately, when you write an offer, we're going to do a comparative market analysis. We're going to give you a range of what the house is worth. But unless you've seen enough homes and you're comfortable, you're not going to have confidence in writing that offer.
Right.
And that confidence is what you will need, because you want to write an offer that you can secure the property, and then you go to bed and not wake up in a panic attack. And that's really important to us.
Yeah.
We're creating clients for life. We want you to have a house that you're going to love living.
Right. And if you're moving to the area in a relocation and you're coming from some other part of the country or the world, yeah, you may need to see way more houses than that. It really depends on what your timeline is and how dialed in you are on the geography that you want, and if you've owned a property before. Because if you've owned real estate before, the biggest benefit that you have is that you know what you are lacking in your existing living situation, and you know what it would be great to have in your future home.
Right.
And so being that dialed into your needs is really important, because you can make quick decisions about homes, versus if you've never bought a home before and you're living in an apartment, you may say, oh my gosh, I didn't realize how much I would value having a garage.
Right.
Until you get there and you think about it and you're like, great, it would be nice to not brush the snow off my car in the morning. So I think that there's a varying range, and depending on what your buying style is, your personality style, and what the right approach is, we would come up with that with you together in our initial consultation. And the most important thing is that we are on your timeline.
Right.
This is about your needs and what's good for you and your family. And we want to honor what your timeline and your goals are.
Yeah, no, I think that's great. And I think it's just a great question that people ask and buyers have. So we wanted to address it today. But thank you for watching another edition of Coffee with Tom and Joanne. I'm Tom Matthews.
And I'm Joanne Taranto. And if you like this video, please like and subscribe.